I'm like, at this point, I need the epidural. Like, give me the epidural. And I was literally screaming. What is up, YouTube? It's your girl Leela, back in Butter. Today we're back with another video. Today we'll be doing my labor and delivery story time. If you are new to my channel, my name is Leila. I do a whole bunch of teen mom videos, makeup tutorials. Sorry, that's my baby in the background. But yeah, all that good stuff. So I do everything, you know what I'm saying? Makeup, beauty, fashion, lifestyle, all that good stuff. So if you are new, make sure you subscribe, dude. Make sure you subscribe. This is a good page. This is a good channel that you're on. You're missing it if you don't subscribe. But let's dive right into this video. On our family channel, you can go look and actually watch the vlog, which will be linked into the description down below. Yeah, you can watch our actual video, but I'm gonna actually tell you what went on, like when the cameras weren't rolling, when they were rolling as well, but how I felt, how stuff was really playing through my head. So I'm gonna start with the day before I gave birth to Ada, which is my daughter's name. Her name is Ada. So the day before, me and Dwayne, which is my boyfriend, we were going to my doctor's appointment, but we didn't know that that doctor's appointment would be our last doctor's appointment because I was still 38 weeks. I was 38 weeks. I get in there, I go to the doctor's, and normally the doctor hasn't really been checking my cervix like that, and I was kind of like enjoying that because when I was 24 weeks, I had a very big scare with Ada, and we thought I was having contractions. So I ended up having to get steroids. So they ended up having to check my cervix that time, and it was the worst pain. Like, I swear to you, people, y'all, that hurt so bad. So like, I told my doctor, like, I do not want to check my cervix unless we like really have to. So she hasn't really been checking my cervix like that. But when I went in that day, she actually checked my cervix. So we get in there and she was like, yep, well, today we're checking your cervix. So she sticks it in. It was real quick. It wasn't as painful as the first time, maybe because I was actually dilated. So she said, you're 2 to 3 centimeters dilated. So I was shocked because I was just shocked. Like, when you find out you're dilated, that's big news. You're thinking like, oh, my baby's coming soon, soon, soon. Mind you, you only need 1 more centimeter to be considered an active labor. So that was like, period. That was great because I was like really miserable, ready to meet my baby. Like, you know, them last weeks of pregnancy is really like a lot. Like, so the next thing you know, the doctor was just like, okay, so we're gonna schedule you tomorrow morning to come get induced. 6 a.m. Mind you, the hospital that we had to go to was like was literally like an hour, almost an hour away, 45 minutes, almost an hour away. And so when she told me that, I was just like, huh? Like, that's my last day with my last full day with my belly? Are you serious? I'm gonna meet my baby. I'm gonna meet my baby. I'm gonna meet my baby. What? I felt like it was never going to happen. Like, I'm being so dead serious. It felt like it was never going to happen, like, at all. So when she told me that, I was like super like caught off guard. Like, at first I was really like really shook. Like, I was excited but shook. Like, I was not expecting that at this appointment at all. Right. So then I get in the car, I tell Dwayne, and he's just like, what? Da-da-da-da. Like, but he's taking it very calm. Like, he's taking it way calmer than I was. Like, for me, I was over here like, what the heck? Like, oh, what? So yeah. So then the next day goes, I was like, okay, make sure, let me like vlog. At least like I was a little bit glad because I did not want to have to rush and go to the hospital. Like I'm glad I could actually prep, like actually know what's about to go down was what. Yeah, so next morning wake up, I meet Elaine at the hospital. So we get there and we go into our room, and it was all going good. We were super excited, and like once you see that baby warmer, it's like when you see that baby warmer in the actual room, it's just mind-blowing. Like it's like, dang, my baby's about to be right there. It was the most surreal feeling. Like, so I'm like, yes. But I'm scared because I hear getting induced actually is way more painful than the actual labor. So that's what I heard. So then, the doctor, she's drawing blood, she's checking me, making sure I get changed, all that good stuff. So she comes back and she's like, your platelets are low. So if you don't know what that is, it basically means like you're more likely to bleed out and your blood is less likely to clot. Basically, when you get a cut and it's open, it's gonna keep bleeding if your platelets are low. But if it's good, then it's just gonna stop bleeding. You know what I mean? But she told me that. I was just kind of confused, but I was a little bit scared because I know people can like literally bleed to death. Like I was going in the hospital like super scared though. Like I didn't want anything to go wrong because labor is a very serious thing. Like it really does go wrong for people. And she was like, oh yeah, well, we gotta take the COVID test. Mind you, this one that she gave me was like this long. This freaking long. Do you understand how long? Like that joint was long. Like, and I got the COVID test before, but this joint was long. Like nothing could prepare me for that length at all. So when she stuck it up my nose, I was like, woo. But luckily she only had to stick it up one nostril, so that was good. And then, she leaves out for bed. Me and Dwayne were just over here chilling, just waiting for this. They already gave me the Pitocin, I believe. Yeah, they already gave me the Pitocin. So she comes back in and she's just like, you need to hang up the phone. Because at this point I was on the phone. I'm telling everybody like, hey, I'm about to be in labor soon. Today's the day. Whoop. So she comes back in. Yeah, she's like, you need to hang up the phone. And so I hang up the phone and she's just like, yeah, your test results came back positive for COVID-19. And in that moment, my heart dropped completely. And I was crying. Wayne was like, I was like super unresponsive. I wasn't really talking. Like, I really wasn't. Like, I was just so out of it. Like, and they had to switch us to a whole new room. After we just got comfortable with that room, we had to switch us to a whole new room. And basically, the room that they put us in was like a room basically where the air isn't circulating throughout the hospital. When they did that, I was just super out of it. And the doctors, they were trying to calm me down, trying to talk me out of like, it's okay, don't worry. So I'm over here asking like, so, okay, like I'm kind of feeling like I don't want to have her. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to have her right now. Like, if I have COVID, it's not the good time because I want to be able to have like the best experience with my birth. That's what I wanted. And I wanted her to be healthy. Like, I just did not want her to be sick at all. Like, that would literally, I didn't want nothing to happen. So I was so scared for my baby, like seriously. So I was asking her like, what about the baby? So like, are you guys going to keep her, while I'm recovering? They were like, no. So I was basically just like, okay, well, I'll be able to, when she first comes out, will I be able to see her? Like, will I be able to see what she looks like? Things like that. Like, and then they were like, no. Okay, so I was like, okay, so do I stay longer since I am COVID positive? And they were like, no. So I was like, does she stay longer? And they were like, no. So y'all are discharging me with my baby when I have COVID-19, but then I can't see my baby when she first, like, I can't have skin to skin with her when she first comes out. That don't make no type of sense. So she's gonna have to be around me regardless. And whatever. Didn't make no sense to me at all. They asked me, what did you want to do as far as feeding? I'm like, I want to breastfeed her. So they were like, I can feed her I can feed her for every 2 hours for 15 minutes basically. But I can't hold my I can't do skin to skin with my baby when she first comes out. But I can breastfeed her for 15 minutes every 2 hours. What kind of sense does that make? Literally that thing literally threw me off. So I was just I wasn't even super excited about the delivery after that. But then, you know, everybody's calling me, trying to cheer me up, trying to like uplift me and things like that. So, you know, it was a very scary thing. Like, people imagine like it's one thing to have COVID-19 and your baby's not about to come, but no, COVID-19, your baby is literally about to be here. That's like the most scary. That was like my worst fear. My worst fear, literally. Like, I was not ready. Nothing could prepare me to hear what the doctor was about to tell me. So, as you know, that Pitocin starts kicking in, baby boo. That Pitocin starts kicking in. And mind you, wait, let me pause. I'm going too fast. Rewind it back. I'm sitting down, me and Wayne are sitting. We're both sitting in the hospital bed. So I'm laying and I just feel like water. I just feel water. It's almost like, well, not water like from the pee hole, water from the hole, if that makes sense. I feel water and I'm just like, okay. But then it stops. It's not a lot. It's just a little bit. So then, mind you, I felt bad. But like literally every time I had to go to the bathroom, Dwayne had to unplug all the stuff. And he had to walk me to the thing so I can use the bathroom. Literally, I was using the bathroom like almost every 10 minutes, which is the crazy part about it. As I'm walking back to the hospital, like to the bed, I feel another gush. Okay, so I'm just like, okay, that's weird. Like, I'm just telling him like I feel a gush. So then I'm sitting down, I'm laying down back on the bed, and I feel this big old gush, and I heard a pop, which is so weird. Like, all you hear is a pop. I'm like, what is the baby doing in there? But all I heard was like a pop. Like, it was just so random. I heard like a pop. So I felt all this water, but the water came out before the pop. So I had a bunch of water and then I heard a pop, which is weird. So then I let the doctor know, and then next thing you know, those contractions started kicking in like so much harder. Like, and I mean, of course it was gradually, but it didn't take long for it to go from here to here. Like, it was just that simple. Now I'm over here trying to remember remember what I learned from all the videos that I watched. You need to breathe. Breathing helps. Moving helps. So I'm doing all that stuff. So mind you, the whole plan was to get an epidural because I know I couldn't even handle getting my cervix checked that well. I didn't do good with it. I know some people handle it with so much better than I do. But for me, it was not, I wasn't even going to test it. Like, I know. Epidural was going to be my friend. So I'm starting to really feel the pain, but I'm over here breathing. Dwayne's holding my hand. I'm holding Dwayne's hand. I'm just squeezing his hand. Every contraction, I'm just, ooh, I'm just holding his hand, squeezing his hand. Like, every contraction, that's what I'm doing. So, and he's over here breathing with me because I was breathing too fast. Like, if you listen to my breathing, I know you can't really hear it in the video, but if you listen to my breathing, if you were there, it sounded like I was almost about to hyperventilate. So I was just trying to, because I was like, ooh, like I was really just trying to like cope with the pain, but still trying to breathe at the same time, trying to listen to what like people say helps. So, yeah. So I'm over here still breathing. And then the doctor comes in and was like, hey, are you ready for your epidural? But I'm just like, I think I can handle it a little bit longer. I can go give you like, a good 30-40 minutes. Dumbest mistake I said in my life. I should have just took the epidural right when he came in. But, those contractions seriously escalate from when that doctor came in. It's seriously like, it kicked in. It was kicking my butt. Like, literally, I was like, oh. It was kicking my butt. So she checked my cervix and she was like, oh, you're 7 centimeters dilated. what? I was expecting, like, when she told me how far along I was expecting a lot more pain. Like, a lot more pain from the contractions. Like, honestly, I feel like I was handling the contractions really well, which was really good. Because if I could match the pain level I was feeling, I would say the contractions should have been like a good 5 or 5. I would say it should be like at a 5. I wasn't expecting her to say 7. So when she said 7, I was like, I'm so proud of myself. Like, I really felt so good. But in my head, I'm like, okay, I'm at 7 centimeters. Like, it's either epidural or no epidural, because I'm not trying to wait until I can't get no epidural. So I had to make sure that the epidural was going to be put in check. Okay, period. Like, the epidural I had to get that epidural. I was not going to do it without that epidural. Like, shout out to the moms who really do it, who really does it without the epidural and go natural. Like, y'all are troopers. Because me, boo-boo, I can't. I wasn't even going to test it. I just knew. I already know myself. No. The pain really intensifies from there. The pain intensifies. I'm like, at this point, I need the epidural. Like, give me the epidural. And I was literally screaming. I need the epidural. Like, give me the epidural. I needed that epidural. That epidural needed to come to me now. You know, my man comes in, I forgot what you call them type people, but that do your epidurals. But he comes in and he's about to do this. I'm like, yeah, let's hurry up. So I'm in the midst of a contraction, and he's over here like, okay, I'm about to do this. I'm like, no, wait. Like, you're not about to put that needle in my back while I'm over here having this contraction. So I'm telling him, like, wait. So I wait, and I'm over here, woo, breathing, woo. And so then that contraction goes away. So I'm like, okay, hurry up. Like, do what you gotta do, because when this contraction hit, you're not touching me. I made that very clear. Like, you're not touching me when that contraction is on, okay? Because I know me, and I'm not trying to be paralyzed like how y'all warn people to keep still. I already know me. It wasn't going down like that. It seriously wasn't. So then, you know, the contraction goes away. He sticks it in, gets it in. It wasn't even that painful. Like, honestly, even when you're not having a contraction, it's not that painful. Like, literally, it's like a skinny needle. And it's not even like a thick needle. It's long, but it's skinny. You're not really going to pay attention to the length. You're going to pay. It's like, I feel like the thickness will really make a difference. After he gave me that epidural, I was like, yes. Boo. That epidural took like a good 45 minutes to kick in. The disrespect. Because baby, I needed that epidural to kick in now. Like, now. That epidural did not kick in. That thing took forever. How dare you? Then finally, when the epidural did kick in, that thing did me dirty. I had a freaking hot spot. If you don't know what that is, basically you're numb everywhere else, but this one spot you feel all the pain. On my left side, I was feeling all the pain. Literally, I was in so much pain. It was like I was feeling, once the epidural, mind you, the epidural, people, like, let me let you know, the epidural does not just go from like, it doesn't go from like, you don't feel anything to you feel like you're just not. No, it gradually, slowly, every contraction gets less and less painful, basically. That's how it works when you get the epidural. But literally, I was just feeling so much pain on my left side, as everything else is slowing down. So then when I finally feel numb everywhere else, my left side is still like, hello, it's still in pain. And so I'm over here having Dwayne like rub that spot, like rub it. Like, you need to rub that spot and don't stop rubbing until that pain goes away. So honestly, I figured out what the problem was. The problem was I was sitting up a little bit too high. So if you have a hot spot, I'm gonna give you a tip. Try to lay back as far as possible. And me, I personally did not want to lay back, because I know they tell you don't lay on your back while you're pregnant. So I felt like, why should I be laying on like straight flat on my back? Like, I just felt like that shouldn't. It didn't make sense to me why that would be okay now. So, but no. When you get that epidural, lay flat, boo. Lay flat. You know, make sure your baby, if your baby heart rate is still doing steady, still doing good, lay flat, boo. Lay flat, because that's the only thing that's gonna save you from that hot spot. So I laid flat, and that hot spot went right away. I was numb. They put my catheter in. I was so scared. Like, I was so scared for her to touch down there because I didn't know what it would feel like, because I was like completely numb. I remember just wiggling trying to wiggle my toes, couldn't even do it. And I was really scared. So when she like put the catheter in, I didn't even feel it. I literally did not feel it. Like, I was like, ooh, but I was a little like, I could feel, like, which is, I didn't feel pain, but it was like, I could feel her touching me, which is weird. So I was a little scared to know, like, is this epidural gonna hold the pain from a baby? You know, that was just a catheter. I was really scared. So then last one, you know, the doctor was like, okay, get some sleep. We didn't get some sleep because people kept calling us, but they were telling us to get some sleep. I really wish we would have got sleep, but we didn't. Next, you know, I felt pressure. Like, I felt a lot of pressure. Now, mind you, I was laying on my side at this point. I was laying on my left side, that to kind of help the, you know, epidural go to that side. But I felt pressure like in between my legs, and it didn't feel like poop. I know a lot of people be like, it feels like poop, but it don't really feel like poop. It just, because poop feels like it's coming from your butthole. I didn't feel pressure coming from my butthole. I felt pressure coming from my vajayjay. So I knew, like, I knew I was definitely sensoriness dilated, but I didn't want to rush because honestly, I feel like people are able to, like, you're supposed to be able to give birth without pushing. My grandma, she gave birth to my dad without even pushing at all. And I feel like that's the most natural way to do it. So when I knew I felt that pressure, I kind of just sat there for a bit because I didn't want to rush, and that's how you end up tearing. I was smart when what I did, boo-boo. I was smart, okay? So I just sat there. I didn't tell the doctors that I felt the pressure just yet. But I just sat there and I just let the pressure play out. And so that's when, you know, when I felt a little bit more, after a little bit of time goes by, that's when I like, okay, you know, let me let the doctor know I feel the pressure. So she comes in and we're doing these practice pushes, and I did really good. It's really not that hard trying to push. It's just a matter of trying to get the hang of it. So once you get that rhythm, you got this. You're doing really good pushes, and each push is kind of going to get her back out. You know, get her moving up out of your body. So I'm pushing. It's going good. And she's coming out, and I'm in my head, I'm like, God, I really don't feel no pain. Like, this is amazing. This is amazing. I love you, epidural. I love you. I love you. Ooh, hold on. Dang, this like made me look so much better. Oh, we might just have to move the video over here. Oh no, this ain't gonna work. All you feel is like pressure. You don't really feel pain. So I'm pushing. Next thing you know, I feel this whoosh from my stomach. Like, it was like a whoosh. Like, my stomach just like deflated. It was like the most relaxing feeling. Like, that feeling was just so amazing. Like, just a whoosh. That's all I felt, was a whoosh. And next thing you know, I see them picking up my baby, getting ready to put her on my belly. When I tell you, this was so weird. I was crying, but with no tears. It was I don't know, you're probably like, then you wasn't crying, but like, I swear to you, it was the most surreal moment in my life. And literally, that is like the most beautiful moment that you will probably ever experience in life. Like, watching life, or birthing life, if that, watching it, birthing it, all that good stuff, that is literally like the most breathtaking moments, literally. And when I seen her, I couldn't believe like she was really in my body. Like I was so shocked. Like my mind was just so shocked. I couldn't believe like she was really inside of me. And then just looking at how tiny she was, I did not know. So she was actually 6 pounds 7 ounces. I didn't even know. To me she looked so tiny. She looked so tiny. I didn't even think that was like 6 pounds. Well, when I weighed her, you know, she didn't baby didn't cry at first because, you know, she still had a lot of water in her. So the doctors are busy trying to get that out. And Dwayne didn't cry either. He didn't cry. Like he was super excited. Like that's all I could say, because he was like, Lee, like I can tell when she was really getting close to coming out. Those last few pushes, you can really tell he was getting super excited. And that was literally how I gave birth to my baby. And it was like the whole COVID thing. I mean, yeah, it had me really, really, really sad. I totally forgot all about it once that pain kicked in. I haven't thought about it as much since they told me. But I'm doing well, as you can see. Still good. Baby girl is good. They tested her. She came back negative. So that was very, like, that was good. That really made me feel good. Dwayne, he's doing good. We're all doing good. So that was my labor and delivery story time. I hope you guys enjoy. And remember, like, if you are pregnant right now, enjoy those last few weeks. That's all I'm going to say. You're going to feel so miserable. You're going to feel like it's going to take forever. But enjoy those last few weeks. I'm not like... Because you never know when that day is going to come. Like, it's going to feel like you're never going to meet your, you know, your son or your daughter. But you're going to. It's going to come. Like, seriously. It's going to be like the most surreal moment of your life. And all I'm going to say is, if you are in labor, get sleep. Get sleep. Don't try to thug it out and be up. Get sleep, because that's one thing I wish I would have done, because I ain't really getting that much sleep now. So I really do wish I got that last sleep that day. But yeah, I'm so in love with my baby girl. Like, I love her so much. She's like such a blessing. Don't plan on having any more kids as a teen mom, but at all, completely. It's really a lot that you really have to deal with, and the process has just begun. So I will still be taking you guys on this journey with me and Ada. And if you want to go to our family channel, you'll be seeing the journey with me, Ada, and Celine. Okay, and he'll still be. You guys will eventually see him on my channel, of course. Got some videos coming soon. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to our family channel. Peace. Stay tuned for more videos, boo.